Any before we let you go, any last things you wanna add?
Um, yes, if Formula E goes to Silverstone
Yeah,
after they're
let's.
done with the XL next year, I am going to stop watching the series
All
because
right,
Silverstone and Formula E will not work. I'm
right,
telling you, it will
So,
not work.
boom, right. You're staying on the show
hello,
for 2 minutes,
hello.
right?
Yeah, no, professional. Sorry, hello. Working at Silverstone.
Yeah, but
Oh
doesn't
dear.
No,
doesn't
no, no.
doesn't
But I
matter.
agree. I
Go on.
agree. The
It's not
the
going to
the
work.
car
It's
the car
against
doesn't
everything.
suit. The car would
It's
not
against everything that
match it
FE stands
at
for.
all. And
If you
unless
if
they,
you ask me,
yeah, go
sorry,
for
wait,
it.
if you ask me, if you're gonna go to a permanent circuit, go to Brands Hatch.
Yes.
Number one, it's just close enough to London that you can probably get away still calling it London because IndyCar did that back in
Yep.
2003. Two, I've already know that they actually have a pretty good like shuttle bus service on
Yep.
race weekends, so that's the public transport
Okay.
situation sorted. And third of all, it's Brands Hatch. Arguably, I'd say it's actually better than Silverstone in some respects, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do.
The
Well,
thing, the
go on,
thing is
Pico.
with Silverstone, yeah, the thing is with Silverstone, and I've spent far too much time there. Is that yeah, it just wouldn't work for Formula E. The way that the track is, it's one of the most high speed circuits on the Formula One calendar. It just wouldn't work for Formula E whatsoever unless they do a mismatch where it's the wrong way round, reintroduce like
The bridge corner.
Bridge Corner and Priory. Unless they do some sort of mismatch thing there, it just would not work whatsoever. And so yeah, no, I'm very even. I've
Oh
spent
dear, it's
like the
cutting
last,
out.
Yeah,
I
you
even though
think
I've
cut
my
spent
out
the
there.
last
Wi-Fi is
5 years of
finally
my
gone
No,
down the
life
drain.
there, I don't want it to come to Silverstone.
Hello?
Seb, can you hear us? We can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Perfect. No, I I'm in agreements with you, and I spoke to the drivers, and in the privileged position that we are, and I did ask them, and it will be a video that comes out, asking about the permanent circuits or staying in London, and I said how important it is, and Dan Ticktum, Sam Bird, the drivers were pretty much, even Lucas Di Grassi was like, there has to be some core cities that are still in, and London should be one of those core cities, and we shouldn't be going because yes, Brands Hatch isn't far, but again, it's a way out. But at least you've got Heathrow. You can get a car around the M25, and it's just off the M25. Bit of a drive, but
It's
you could
sort
do
of
it.
a third of the way round the M25,
Yeah,
but
but
still.
still, I suppose transport links will be slightly better. You can get a train. I did once upon a time look at how to get a train. It is doable. A bit long
Yeah,
from
that's where the
London.
shuttle buses go. They go
Yeah.
to Swanley Station.
Yeah, so from Swanley Station. So yeah, that's where you'd go from Swanley Station. So you can get the train to Swanley, which is not too bad. London Victoria, straight train to Swanley. It's only about half an hour on the train from there. So and then a shuttle bus from Swanley Station is a perfect scenario, to be honest with you. So then it could work in that sense. I do agree. Silverstone's in the middle of nowhere, and if we go to Silverstone, one, it'll probably be a massive peloton style race, which is not that great. I don't know where they'll regenerate any energy because every corner is a fast flowing sweeping corner. Like where are they going to regenerate? And
Realistically, if we were to go to Silverstone, they'd want to use the international circuit, which is basically where the F1 starts, the first
yes,
few corners, and then at the loop you cut through to the hangar
but it'd
straight,
still be it'd still be
and it just wouldn't work.
it
It
still
wouldn't
wouldn't
work.
work. It wouldn't work. It's just it's not for Formula E. I don't think, and I'm praying. I personally, I'd love to stay at the XL for as long as we can stay at the XL and
It's
seeing where.
because it's just down the road from
Yes,
you. All you have to
that
do is
but
get on the
still,
Lizzie
but
line.
it's
That's
in,
the
but it
whole
doesn't matter. But
reason.
yeah, that's great. But that doesn't bother me. Even if they found a new area in Stratford, for example, around the Olympic Park, that would work. Again, fine for the Elizabeth line, but that's the beauty of Formula E is that it's in cities, and people who are like me can literally travel from one side of the Elizabeth line to the other side of the Elizabeth line and get to a race, or I could travel into central
Yeah,
London, get a
it takes
tube.
me exactly like an hour to get from my front door to the front door of the XL.
Yeah, and it
Like
used to
my journey there is simple.
before the Elizabeth line for me that was the same. Before the Elizabeth, it was about an hour, right? But a couple of trains, Central Line, change to Jubilee, DLR, done. But the Elizabeth line's taken half an hour out of it for me, which is brilliant. But it's the same for other people. There is just more than me. And in terms of people coming, we've had people come from Leeds. It's a direct train from Leeds to London, Liverpool, London, Manchester, Birmingham. You can get a direct train it just, you take it out of that situation, and all of a sudden people are finding
But
it
still,
much harder
though,
to get around.
Any one of those cities, I'd still prefer over Silverstone. I'd rather them go to Birmingham. I'd rather them go to Manchester. Yeah, it's a long way out of the way for me, but it keeps the ethos. You stay
Get
in
a race in Birmingham around the NEC. That would be great.
But that's another thing. I wouldn't mind that. I wouldn't
love
mind that at all. The NEC
I'd
is
absolutely
huge.
love that. Think of like the.
You can already do
like,
fully
Baltimore
indoor
and
there,
Stafford.
probably.
Yeah,
Yeah,
fully
Baltimore
indoor
and Stafford
track.
do it.
And
Yeah,
then,
why not?
but then you've got the car park. You've got the car park, which you could take away a car park if you wanted an outdoor section,
Yeah,
right? So
exactly.
the NEC in Birmingham could work fantastically. It's in the middle of the country. It's easy to get to. Everyone could get a train from London to Birmingham New Street, and then work out a way to get to the NEC from there. And it's doable. I'm hopeful that we don't go to Silverstone. I think it's just a bit of a
It would be genuinely stupid.
yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
well, we hope you're right on that. And Jeff Dodds.
I think
Jeff
I'm out of
Dodds
a job.
listens.
I
So
think I'm out of
hopefully
a job
he
after this.
listens.
I hope he does, because some of the stuff that Jeff Dodds has said, like, mate, shush.
Well, we're a big fan of him because obviously he's been on our show, but he was very understanding, and he says he listens to what the fans say, and obviously we're a bit of a small sort of sample size at the moment, but if the word keeps getting stronger, then they'll listen. And there was talks of Silverstone being there as early as next season. The fact that London is still on the calendar for next season, I think, was a small win. Seb,
Thank God.
Thank you so much for that, and definitely come back again. Whenever the next
Yeah, thank you for having me.
come back on. Absolute brilliant first time caller. Look forward to chatting more.